If you see others getting instant answers while you wait in what feels like endless delay, if you watch people receive immediate solutions to problems you've been wrestling with for months or even years, if you observe breakthrough happening quickly for others while your breakthrough feels impossibly delayed, if you witness rapid success for those around you while your progress feels painfully slow, if you notice doors opening effortlessly for others while your doors remain stubbornly closed despite years of faithful knocking, I need you to understand something profound that will revolutionize your perspective on divine timing and completely transform your relationship with waiting, something that will shift your focus from what others are receiving quickly to what you are developing slowly, something that will help you recognize the hidden blessing in your extended journey. What you perceive as divine favoritism toward others is actually divine protection for you. What looks like I am blessing them more than you is actually me loving you too much to give you what would ultimately destroy you, harm your character, damage your relationships, or abort the very destiny I have been carefully crafting for your life. What appears to be my preference for their timeline is actually my wisdom protecting your future from your present impatience, your destiny from your current desperation, your calling from your temporary confusion about what you truly need. Instant answers are not always blessings, though they appear to be. Immediate solutions are not always beneficial, though they seem to be. Quick fixes are not always divine, though they feel miraculous. Fast results are not always favorable to your long-term success and spiritual development, though they provide immediate satisfaction. Rapid breakthrough is not always God's best, though it appears to be answered prayer. There is a hidden curse that comes with getting everything too quickly, too easily, without the character development, wisdom accumulation, relationship building, and spiritual maturity that can only be developed through the process of patient waiting, persistent faith, and enduring trust in my timing, even when my timing doesn't make sense to your human understanding or align with your human preferences. The curse of instant answers is comprehensive and devastating. Though it is rarely recognized until the damage has already been done, instant answers rob you of the journey that builds the character necessary to sustain the destination you're seeking. They shortcut the process that develops the wisdom needed to manage the blessing you're requesting. They bypass the testing that proves your readiness to handle greater levels of responsibility, influence, and spiritual authority. They skip the preparation that ensures you will not be destroyed by the very thing you thought would deliver you from your current difficulties. I make you wait because I love you too much to let you receive something before you are ready to steward it properly, handle it wisely, or use it for purposes that align with your calling and contribute to your long-term fulfillment and success. I delay your answers because premature provision would actually set you up for failure rather than success, disappointment rather than satisfaction, confusion rather than clarity, bondage rather than freedom. I extend your seasons of waiting because what you are asking for requires a version of you that does not yet exist, but is being developed through the very process of waiting that you find so frustrating and difficult to endure. The waiting is not empty time. The waiting is full of development, growth, preparation, and transformation that cannot happen any other way. Every day you wait in faith rather than giving up in frustration. You are being prepared for something greater than what you originally requested. Every season you trust me despite delayed answers. You are being qualified for blessings that exceed your current capacity to imagine or appreciate. When others receive instant answers, they often receive exactly what they asked for, nothing more and nothing less, because that is all they are prepared to handle, all they have capacity to steward, all they have character to maintain. Their instant answer is actually a limitation disguised as a blessing. But when I make you wait, I am preparing to give you something far greater than what you originally requested, something more comprehensive than what you initially envisioned, something more powerful than what you thought was possible, something more lasting than what you could have created through your own efforts. Your waiting is not evidence that I love you less than others. Your waiting is evidence that I have bigger plans for your life than you have for yourself. More confidence in your potential than you have in your abilities. More investment in your future than you have in your present comfort. Your extended process is proof that I see something in you that others don't see. Believe something about you that you don't yet believe about yourself. Expect something from you that you haven't yet expected from yourself. The people who get everything instantly often struggle to appreciate what they receive because they never develop the hunger that comes from yearning, the gratitude that comes from waiting, the wisdom that comes from wrestling with uncertainty, the character that comes from enduring seasons when nothing seemed to be happening in their favor. They receive their blessing, but they often lack the capacity to maximize it effectively, the character to sustain it permanently, the wisdom to steward it properly, or the relationships necessary to enjoy it fully. They get their financial breakthrough, but without the financial discipline that prevents waste, the investment wisdom that multiplies resources, the giving heart that creates spiritual blessing, or the budget skills that ensure long-term security. They receive their dream job, but without the work ethic that ensures success, the leadership abilities that create advancement, the relationship skills that build teams, or the vision that drives innovation. They obtain their desired relationship, but without the communication skills that create lasting intimacy, the conflict resolution abilities that preserve unity, the emotional maturity that handles stress, or the spiritual foundation that sustains love through difficult seasons. They achieve their ministry platform, but without the character that maintains credibility. They acquire their business opportunity, but without the leadership skills that build sustainable organizations. But you, who have been forced to wait through extended seasons of uncertainty, who have been required to trust me when circumstances contradicted my promises, who have had to develop faith when evidence suggested impossibility, who have learned to hope when logic recommended despair, you are being prepared to receive something that will not overwhelm you but will fulfill you completely, will not destroy you but will develop you continually, will not burden you but will bless you abundantly and enable you to become a blessing to countless others who are walking through similar seasons of waiting. Your waiting is developing patience, but not just ordinary human patience that tolerates inconvenience. It is developing supernatural patience that can endure any trial, overcome any obstacle, outlast any opposition, and maintain hope when circumstances suggest hopelessness. Your delays are building character, but not ordinary moral character that simply avoids obvious sins. They are forging extraordinary character that can handle extraordinary blessings without being corrupted by them, extraordinary influence without being consumed by it, extraordinary success without being changed by it into someone I no longer recognize or can trust with greater assignments. Your extended preparation is also developing discernment that can distinguish between opportunities that serve my purposes and temptations that serve enemy purposes, between doors I am opening and traps the enemy is setting, between my voice and voices that seek to mislead you, between my timing and pressure that seeks to rush you into premature action that would abort what I am preparing. The instant answer curse affects people in ways they never anticipated when they prayed for quick solutions, asked for immediate relief, or demanded faster breakthrough. When blessings come too fast, people often assume they earned them through their own effort, wisdom, or worthiness rather than recognizing them as gifts of divine grace. This breeds pride instead of humility, self-reliance instead of God-dependence, arrogance instead of gratitude, independence instead of continued fellowship with me. Quick success often creates a false sense of invincibility that leads to poor decisions, risky choices, dangerous assumptions about future outcomes, and prideful attitudes that repel further blessing. People who receive instant financial breakthrough often lose it just as quickly because they never learn the discipline, wisdom, and stewardship principles that can only be developed through seasons of limitation. Careful budgeting, sacrificial giving, and thoughtful management of smaller amounts. They get the money, but not the money management skills. They receive the blessing, but not the character to sustain it. They obtain the provision, but not the wisdom to multiply it. They acquire the wealth, but not the relationships to enjoy it, or the purpose to direct it toward meaningful impact. Individuals who experience instant relationship restoration often repeat the same destructive patterns that caused the problems in the first place, because they never went through the character development, communication improvement, conflict resolution skills, and personal growth that healthy relationships require. They get their relationship back, but not the skills to maintain it properly. They receive reconciliation, but not the maturity to prevent future conflicts. They obtain forgiveness, but not the wisdom to avoid repeating behaviors that damage trust. Those who obtain instant career advancement often find themselves overwhelmed by responsibilities they are not equipped to handle, authority they have not earned through experience, and challenges they lack the wisdom to navigate successfully. They get the position, but not the preparation. They receive the promotion, but not the competence that should accompany it. They obtain the title, but not the skills that make the title meaningful. They acquire the platform, but not the message that makes the platform valuable. But I make you wait, because I am preparing you for sustainable success that will last for generations, lasting breakthrough that will impact your family line for decades to come, permanent transformation that will not be temporary or fragile, but will be strong, stable, enduring, and transferable to those who come after you. Your waiting is not just developing patience. It is developing the complete package of character, wisdom, skills, relationships, spiritual maturity, emotional intelligence, financial literacy, and divine authority that will enable you to not just receive your blessing, but to steward it properly, multiply it effectively, protect it wisely, and use it to bless others significantly throughout your lifetime and beyond. During your seasons of waiting, I am working on multiple levels of your development simultaneously, orchestrating a comprehensive transformation that touches every area of your life. I am strengthening your faith through the exercise of continued believing when you cannot see evidence of progress, when circumstances suggest I have forgotten you, when delays stretch longer than you thought possible. I am deepening your relationship with me through extended periods of dependency and trust, when you have no choice but to rely on my faithfulness rather than your own ability to produce results, create solutions, or make things happen through human effort. I am expanding your capacity for blessing through the stretching that happens when you must hold on to hope longer than you expected, trust deeper than you thought possible, believe bigger than your circumstances suggest is reasonable, and maintain faith when logic recommends abandonment. I am developing your leadership abilities through seasons when you must lead yourself through discouragement, disappointment, and doubt. I am refining your character through tests that reveal and remove hidden weaknesses, secret compromises, and subtle pride that would become major problems when blessing increases your visibility and responsibility. I am also orchestrating circumstances across multiple continents, arranging relationships across different spheres of influence, and coordinating timing across multiple lives and situations to ensure that when your answer comes, it comes in the context of a perfectly aligned environment that maximizes its impact and effectiveness. The people who will be part of your breakthrough are still being prepared for their role in your success. The opportunities that will accompany your blessing are still being developed by other people who don't even know they are contributing to your future. The timing that will make everything work together seamlessly is still being coordinated across multiple variables that you cannot see, control, or even imagine. Your waiting is not passive endurance of delay. Your waiting is active preparation for active blessing that will require active stewardship. Every day you wait in faith, you are being trained for greater levels of responsibility that will come with your breakthrough. Every season you endure with hope, you are being prepared for seasons of unprecedented fulfillment that will exceed your current ability to imagine. Every moment you choose trust over anxiety, you are building the spiritual muscle that will be required to handle what I am preparing to release in your life. The instant answer curse also includes the burden of having to maintain what was received without the foundation to support it, the skills to manage it, or the wisdom to direct it properly. When people get what they want immediately, they often discover that keeping it requires abilities they never developed, wisdom they never acquired, strength they never built, character they never cultivated, and relationships they never invested time to develop. They spend all their energy trying to hold on to something they were not prepared to receive, rather than growing into someone who naturally attracts and maintains such blessings through developed capacity rather than desperate effort. But your extended preparation is building a foundation that will not crack under pressure, will not shift under testing, will not crumble under opposition. It is developing character that will not compromise under temptation, will not waver under criticism, will not collapse under responsibility. It is creating wisdom that will not fail under complexity, will not bend under pressure, will not break under stress. It is establishing faith that will not doubt under confusion, will not fear under threat, will not retreat under attack. When your blessing comes, it will come to someone who is ready to receive it without being overwhelmed, equipped to handle it without being consumed, prepared to multiply it without being distracted, and committed to using it for purposes that extend far beyond personal satisfaction or temporary comfort. Your breakthrough will enhance every area of your life rather than creating imbalance. Your answer will solve your original problem while also providing solutions to problems you didn't even know you had. I am also protecting you from the spiritual pride that often accompanies easy victories, quick success, and instant solutions. When things come too quickly, people often credit themselves rather than recognizing divine intervention. They assume their success proves their superiority, their wisdom, their worthiness, their special status with me. This pride becomes a barrier to continued blessing, because I resist the proud but give grace to the humble. Your journey through extended waiting, however, is producing humility that recognizes every good gift as coming from my hand, every success as evidence of my faithfulness rather than proof of your excellence, every breakthrough as grace rather than earned reward. This humility positions you to receive not just one blessing, but continued blessings, because you maintain the posture that attracts my favor rather than developing the pride that repels it. The people around you who seem to get instant answers are often dealing with challenges you cannot see. Problems their quick solutions created, complications their fast track produced. Their immediate relief sometimes comes at cost they did not anticipate and cannot afford to pay long term. Their rapid advancement sometimes leads to destinations they never intended to reach. Their quick fixes sometimes create bigger problems than their original difficulties. Meanwhile, your patient endurance through extended waiting is developing supernatural strength that will serve you in every challenge you will ever face. Divine wisdom that will guide you through every decision you will ever make. Unshakable faith that will sustain you through every trial you will ever encounter. And proven character that will maintain your integrity through every temptation you will ever meet. Your waiting is not just preparation for one specific blessing. It is preparation for a lifetime of faithful stewardship of everything I will entrust to your care. A future of wise decision-making in every area of responsibility. A legacy of faithfulness that will inspire generations. And a testimony of trust that will encourage countless others who face similar seasons of waiting and testing. The foundation I am building in you through this waiting process is comprehensive, touching every area of your life, addressing every weakness in your character, developing every gift in your spirit, and preparing you for levels of blessing and responsibility that require this depth of preparation. This foundation will support not just your immediate breakthrough, but every future blessing, challenge, opportunity, and assignment that will come your way throughout your entire life. I am building something in you that is far more valuable than any quick fix could provide, far more precious than any instant solution could offer, far more lasting than any temporary relief could deliver. I am developing qualities in your character that money cannot buy, influence cannot obtain, education cannot teach, and time cannot create except through the specific process of patient waiting and faithful endurance. I am preparing you for a level of influence and impact that requires the kind of foundation that can only be built through the deep, thorough, comprehensive work that happens in seasons of patient waiting and faithful endurance. When your breakthrough finally comes, and it will come at exactly the right moment according to my perfect timing, you will receive it with the character to handle it properly, the wisdom to use it effectively, the humility to recognize its source, and the strength to maintain it permanently. You will not be overwhelmed by it because you will have been prepared for it. You will not waste it because you will have learned to value it through the process of waiting for it. You will not lose it because you will have developed the skills necessary to steward it properly. Your answer will not be just what you asked for, but more than you imagined possible. Your solution will not be temporary relief, but permanent transformation. Your breakthrough will not be fragile success, but strong foundation for continued advancement. Your blessing will not be limited to your personal benefit, but will overflow to bless others in ways you cannot currently comprehend. The curse of instant answers is that they often come alone without the accompanying gifts of wisdom, character, relationships, opportunities, and spiritual authority that make them truly beneficial and lasting. But your delayed answer will come accompanied by everything you need to maximize its impact, multiply its effectiveness, and use it to fulfill the purposes for which I created you. So when you see others receiving instant answers while you continue to wait, do not envy their quick results or question my love for you. Have compassion for them because they are missing out on the development that comes only through waiting. Pray for them because they may not be prepared for what they have received. And thank me for loving you too much to give you a quick fix that would rob you of the lasting transformation that is happening in you through the process of patient, faithful, persistent waiting. Your time is coming according to my predetermined schedule. Your answer is being prepared with meticulous attention to every detail. Your breakthrough is being orchestrated with perfect timing. And when it arrives, it will be worth every moment you waited, every tear you shed, every doubt you overcame, every temptation to give up that you resisted. The curse of instant answers will be revealed as a blessing you were protected from. And the blessing of patient waiting will be revealed as the greatest gift you could have received. Trust my timing with complete confidence, because my timing is perfect, tested across eternity, and proven through countless generations of faithful servants. Embrace the process with grateful acceptance, because the process is producing something beautiful in you, something that will serve you for the rest of your life. Value the development that is happening during the delay, because this development is more precious than the thing you are waiting to receive, more valuable than gold, more lasting than any earthly possession. And prepare to be amazed by what I do in your life, when everything I have been preparing finally comes together in perfect harmony, perfect timing, perfect provision, and perfect alignment for your perfect good and my perfect glory. The waiting is almost over now. The preparation is nearly complete and perfect. The development is approaching its intended result. And when the moment arrives for your breakthrough to manifest, you will look back on this season of waiting as the most valuable time of your entire life. The season that shaped you into who you needed to become. The period that prepared you for blessings beyond your current ability to comprehend. You are closer than you think to the end of your waiting season. You are nearer than you realize to the beginning of your breakthrough season. The answer you have been seeking is more ready than you imagine. The solution you have been requesting is more prepared than you can perceive. The blessing you have been anticipating is more developed than you can detect. But when it comes, it will not come as a surprise to me. It will come exactly when I planned for it to come, exactly how I designed it to come, exactly where I intended it to come, and exactly through the people I appointed to be part of its manifestation. Your role is to remain faithful in the final stages of preparation, to maintain hope in the last season of waiting, to continue trusting when breakthrough seems most impossible. The curse of instant answers will never touch your life, because you are protected by my love, guided by my wisdom, and blessed by my timing. The blessing of patient waiting will be evident in every area of your life, because you chose to trust my process rather than demand your own timeline, to value my development over your immediate comfort, to prefer my perfect will over your imperfect wishes. Your story will become a testimony that encourages others who are walking through their own seasons of waiting. Your breakthrough will become evidence that my timing is perfect and my love never fails. Your patience will become proof that those who wait on the Lord will indeed renew their strength, mount up with wings like eagles, run and not be weary, walk and not faint. This is your season of final preparation before breakthrough. This is your time of last-minute development before manifestation. This is your moment of ultimate trust before ultimate reward. Hold on just a little longer, trust just a little deeper, believe just a little stronger, because everything you have been waiting for is about to converge in a moment of divine orchestration that will exceed your expectations and fulfill your deepest longings in ways that only I could design and only my love could provide.